Some of the world's largest abandoned cities were once bustling with activity. Many of them housed thousands of people, as well as shops, schools, churches, residences, or apartments. If you think these towns or ruins can't be seen today, watch this video. Number 10. Ruby, Arizona is an abandoned mining town. Ruby, Arizona, one of the best preserved ghost towns in the American Southwest, stands as a relic of the Wild West. Ruby, which had a mine that produced gold, silver, lead, zinc, and copper since the 1870s, became a town when it built its first post office in 1910. Ruby should pique the curiosity of real crime and environment enthusiasts, as well as those interested in Wild West history. The town and its environs were the scene of 3 heinous double homicides known as the Ruby Murders. According to Legends of America, this resulted in one of the largest manhunts in Southwest history. The court at the time, Judge W. A. O'Connor, reportedly said of the crime, "The acts for which you have been convicted are among the most heinous ever committed in Arizona. Allow the punishment that awaits you to serve as a warning to others who may consider committing similar actions." A huge colony of Mexican free-tailed bats has taken up residence in the mines. During the summer, a massive cloud of bats may be observed flowing from the mine openings. Ruby, which was officially abandoned in 1940, currently sits on private land and is one of the best preserved western towns in the United States. Number 9. Whitnum, Australia, was overrun by asbestos. Whitnum was established in 1946 as a mining town in Western Australia. Blue asbestos, an essential raw building material in the early 20th century, was abundant in the surrounding gorge. Whitnum was the major town in the Pilbara region by the early 1950s. According to ABC, the mine closed in 1966 due to dwindling demand for asbestos and increased health concerns, with most of the people relocating away to pursue other jobs. Whitnum was formally closed in 2007, and the Australian government took steps to restrict access to the former mining town, as well as removing it from all official maps. Asbestos fibers are still found in the topsoil and air around Whitnum due to the nature of the mining that took place there, making it dangerous to spend too much time around the town. According to a documentary broadcast in December 2019, there is only one resident left. Number 8. Varosha, Cyprus, was once a popular tourist destination. It's not every day that a vacation resort frequented by Elizabeth Taylor, Richard Burton, Raquel Welch, and Bridget Bardot turns into a ghost town. But that is exactly what happened in Cyprus's Varosha district of Famagusta. According to the BBC, Varosha was one of the most popular tourist attractions in the world during the early 1970s. Turkey attacked Cyprus in 1974. Residents fled for their lives when rival Turkish and Greek soldiers descended on the area around Varosha. According to the BBC, Varosha has been abandoned and under Turkish military administration since 1974. It has been gated off, and only military and United Nations personnel are permitted to enter the once beautiful tourist destination. There have been countless attempts to arrange a deal that will reopen Varosha, but nothing has come to fruition. Now nature is slowly reclaiming the towering rises and beaches of Varosha from the other side of the military line. Number 7. Ashgabat, Turkmenistan, a huge city famed for its marble architecture, is nicknamed as the City of the Dead. Turkmenistan is a former Soviet Union country with a leader likened to North Korea's Kim Jong-un. With the construction of Ashgabat in 1991, President Saparmurat Niyazov hoped to usher in a golden period of Turkmenistan. He'd accomplished this by establishing record-breaking structures, such as being the city with the most marble buildings in the world. In fact, 543 structures in the city are fashioned of the opulent material. In addition, Ashgabat is home to the world's largest Ferris wheel. Today, the city is known as the City of the Dead, since it appears to be deserted. This is due, in part, to the country's isolated culture. Turkmenistan is one of the world's least visited countries. Number 6. Krakow, Italy, can be seen as the backdrop of many movies. Krakow, located in the Arch of Italy's boot, dates back far, before 1060. Krakow has seen several confrontations between monarchs, troops, and political beliefs over its 1,000-year history. According to ancient origins, the last 1,800 residents of Krakow were compelled to leave for their own safety in 1963 and were relocated to Krakow Peszczera, a new town in the valley below. The Italian ghost town has served as a magnificent and genuine location for films such as Quantum of Solace and The Passion of the Christ. Despite its abandonment, Krakow remains a famous tourist site in Italy and was nominated to the World Monuments Fun Watch list in 2010. Number 5. Residents in Centralia, Pennsylvania, were concerned about carbon monoxide poisoning. The coal fire beneath the town of Centralia, Pennsylvania, has been burning since 1962 and may continue to burn for another 250 years like something out of a nightmare. The coal seams beneath the surface of this little Pennsylvania town were lighted by an attempt to clean up the local landfill. Residents have gradually abandoned their homes over the years, fearing not only the fire beneath their feet, but also sudden sinkholes and carbon monoxide poisoning. The government utilized eminent domain to seize ownership of most of the homes in Centralia, and the dozen or so remaining residents agreed to hand over their property to the government when they died. Centralia was condemned by the state government in 1992. Number 4. Pripyat, Ukraine, the site of the most devastating nuclear power disaster. According to USA Today, Pripyat was founded in 1970 as a nuclear city, a city specifically built to house workers at a nearby nuclear power plant. It had more than 13,000 apartments, schools for 5,000 children, 24 stores and cafes, a cinema, sports hall, cultural center, several factories, and a hospital when the Chernobyl disaster struck. The entire city was evacuated after the reactor blew up on April 26, 1986, spewing lethal radiation into the surrounding area. Pripyat residents were evacuated, and the city of Slavidich was established as their new home. People have been permitted back into the nuclear exclusion zone because radiation levels have reduced significantly in the years since the incident and a reactor has been capped. Number 3. Ashima Island, Japan, was once a bustling community. Ashima Island, often known informally as Gunkanjima, is a deserted island off the coast of Nagasaki, Japan. Ashima Island was founded in 1887 as a house for workers working in the undersea coal mines, but it swiftly grew into an island of concrete high-rise structures, housing over 5,000 people. This island castle included, in addition to the standard community structures, a clubhouse, movie theater, communal bath, swimming pool, rooftop gardens, stores, and even a pachinko parlor. When Japan shifted away from coal power, the mine closed in 1974, and the locals lost their jobs. Travel to the island was resumed in 2009 as interest in the island surged due to its unique history and spectacular architecture. Ashima Island was also featured in the James Bond film Skyfall as a villain's hideout. Despite the fact that just a small fraction of the island is exposed to the public, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and provides a unique perspective of Japan's fast industrialization. Number 2. Oradour-sur-Glane, France, has a sinister past. During World War II, Oradour-sur-Glane was a small rural community in the German-occupied part of France. The Nazi SS group destroyed the French village of Oradour-sur-Glane on June 10, 1944. Soldiers slaughtered 642 people and left only a handful survivors. Following the war, the settlement became associated with German atrocities against people and was designated as a memorial and museum. It has been preserved in its damaged state, and a commemorative service is held every year on June 10 to honor the anniversary of the slaughter. Number 1. Bodie, California, has become a ghost town. Bodie was a mining town teeming with people eager to cash in on the success of the California gold rush in the late 1800s. For 17 years, it was a small mining settlement populated by a diverse group of individuals. Many of Bodie's residents died as a result of harsh winters, sickness, and mining accidents, and the town's high crime rate earned it a reputation for lawlessness. The population had fallen by 1882 as mining businesses went bankrupt and people sought better possibilities. Several fires devastated and rebuilt Bodie throughout the next couple decades. However, by 1940, Bodie had become a ghost town. The California State Park system took up Bodie in 1962 and converted it into a state historic park. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. Which of these abandoned cities would you like to visit? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.